Hello, welcome back to tutorials number 3 on how to build auto BNB transfer bot. Okay, I'm particularly excited because finally we are going to start coding today. Okay, we've done the boring part, which is setting up environment, installing library, installing the Web3 library. Now we are going to focus. Okay, we are going to learn how to use the Web3 library to interact with the Smart Chain network. So as you can see, I am in my VS Code where I've created a Python file, transfer.py, and also a config file. Now make sure you save it with .py. Okay, now this config file contains my what I don't want to show out, which is my private key and my address. Okay, my source address and destination address, I kept them in this config file for security reasons. Okay, so I'm going to import it, then make use of the variables that are in this file. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, okay, is to import the Web3 library. If you don't know what the Web3 library does or how to install it, please watch my previous video on how to install Web3 and Python. Okay, so let's get started. Import on second line. So we've done that. I've imported the Web3 library, and I've also imported the config file. So now we need to connect to the Smart Chain network. To connect that, we need to create a variable, the endnote variable. I'll call my BSC. You can call it whatever you want. It's the same for all. Just know that when you have to pass this variable, whatever you call it, that is what you will use there. Okay, so let me copy the address. Okay, it is same for all, so I will leave it in the description of this video also. So paste. So that is that. Let's create our connection variable, which you can also call anything. Is equal to .http provider. Okay, then we pass in our variable, which is BSC. So I haven't done that. Let's test our connection if our connection is okay. If we didn't screw anything up, this should be enough to connect to this machine. Let's test our connection using the isConnected function on our connection variable. Let's print it out. Print Web3 dot is connected. So this should return a true value. So click on run. This should return a true value if our connection is okay. Okay, if there's any issue with our connection, it will return the opposite. So it's running now. Also make sure that you are connected to the internet. You are interacting with a network that is on the internet, so make sure you are also connected. So it's still running. So we are expecting a true value on the terminal to show that our connection is okay. True, as you can see. So our connection is okay. So we can go ahead and delete this. We don't need it. We just use it to test our connection. So now we are connected to the Smart Chain network. We are connected to the network. Now we can do anything we want to do. That anything that our normal using our wallet, anything we can do with our wallet, like check our balance, make transaction, and what have you. So now let's get the balance of the source address. The source address is the address we are sending from. Okay, let's get the balance. Let's say balance is equals to 3.8. Okay, but get underscore balance. Then we'll pass in the address. Now you can pass the address, your smashing address, in a string like this. In my own case, I'm going to call it as a variable that we have in our config file. So I'll just copy the variable and paste. So I'll just paste the variable. So that is that. So we can print balance way, save, then run. So as you can see, this is the balance in way. Okay, this balance is in way. So don't think I have this so much BNB in my account. No, this is in way. So let's convert it to the one we are familiar with, the unit we are familiar with. Okay, so I can say balance readable. Okay, will now be equal to web3 dot from way. Right, then we'll pass in our balance rate, then the unit. So that is that. So let's run again. Okay, no, before that, instead of printing balance rate, let's print balance readable. So let's run. So here we have it. Okay, this is the amount of BNB, 0.004. This is the amount of BNB I have in this particular account. So from this BNB, we are just going to send 0.01 to another account. So now to send a transaction, we need to perform 3 steps. The first step is to create the transaction dictionary. The second step is to create the to sign the transaction. Then the third step and the last step is to send the raw transaction. The transaction you've signed, you send it, okay, for processing. Now let's create our transaction dictionary. I call it TS. So the first thing we need, you can order it any way you like, is the nonce, okay, which is the transaction count. Let me equate it to nonce. Okay, we'll define this variable later. Okay, then we have to, so to is where you are sending it to. Okay, so in this case, config dot address to. Okay, I'm sending it to my second address. Okay, then we have value. How much are you sending? Here's the value. Okay, web3 dot to way. So number 0.01. We have the next one, gas, 21,000. Okay, we actually need to put a comma here. Then the last one is gas price, okay, which is web3 dot two-way. Let's pass in 4. Okay, then now the gas price is the amount you are going to pay, okay, for the transaction. Okay, now I'm passing in 4. I'm guessing this might be too low. I have used 5 before and the transaction went through. I'm trying 4. So if it complains that the transaction is underpriced, then we have to change this to 5. Okay, I tried with 3 and it didn't go through, so let's try with 4 and see. So if it complains, we will have to change the gas price. The lower the gas price, the less you pay for the less transaction fee you pay. So now this is our transaction dictionary. So now let's sign this transaction. CS sign. Okay. Web3 dot if dot account sign transaction. Okay, so we'll pass in our TS and as well as our private key. So I'll just copy my private key variable and paste it here. So I'll just paste my private key. Okay, the private keys is different from the seed phrase. Okay, so you can search about how to get your private key, which you can easily get from your Trust Wallet, from your MetaMask. Okay, if that's the app you are using. So the private key is the key, the key of what? The source address where you are sending from. So that is that. Now the next thing is to sign to send our raw transaction, the transaction that we've signed. We send it to the network. Yes, hash. I'm passing our TS sign. So this is it. So we are ready to send. Okay, before that, let's create another. Let's print out our transaction hash. Okay, so that we can look it up on BSC scan. Print L3 then we'll put in our TS hash. So with this we are good to go. Okay, if we haven't screwed anything up, this should send 0.1 BNB from the source address to the destination address, which is my config.address 2. So let's click on run. So it's running. Oh my god, nonce undefined. So we have forgotten to define this, which I said we are going to define before. So let's define nonce. Nonce is equal to now we'll pass in the source address, okay, where we are sending from. So we And let me pass the address here. Now we have defined nonce, so let's run. Okay, I'm afraid it might complain of this again, so let's just wait and see. Still running, still running, still running, still running. Wow, the network is slow. Okay, it's coming up now. My data is a bit slow. Okay, we got an error. TS sign is not defined. Oh, I think this I use capital letter. Where's the variable TS sign? Oh, so this should be capital letter. Yeah. Then run. Oh, yeah, we had another error. Oh, TS. Oh, sorry, I'm having so much distraction. Gas price 4G way. Not ether. Yeah, probably the only complaint we should get now should be if we have underpriced our transaction, or it will prove to. So still running. Oh, what I feared for. Transaction underpriced. So let's just change this to 5. So 3, 5, 3, 4 is not working. So let's just pay. So this should run now without any complaint. So insufficient fund. What we throw in? Insufficient fund. 5G way. 21,000. Oh, yes, our balance 0.04. Let's add 10 here, 0.01. Okay, yeah. So that is it. Here is our transaction action. So it has successfully sent in 0.01 to the address I specified, which is address 2. Okay, it has sent it. Now if you look this transaction up on BSC scan, you should see it. Oh, let's do that quickly. Time is not on our side, but let's do that quickly. So yes, my BSC scan. So I'll just press the paste the transaction hash, then click on search. Here's it, success. We go down, we sent 0.01 BNB. Okay, and this was the gas fee we paid. So that is that is as easy as that. So it's already about 20 minutes now. It's going to 20 minutes now, so the tutorial is already a bit long. So this is what we need. This is what our bot is going to use. So the things that are remaining is just to create a loop that will constantly fetch the balance which we have here. It will constantly fetch the balance, and once the balance in the account exceeds 0, okay, once there is money in the account, it will automatically transfer it to the account you specify. So that is how the bot is going to work. We can't do that now, as there are some other things I need to put you through before we can actually do that. Okay, so we'll do that in the next video. In the next video, we should our bot should be complete, okay, and fully functional. Then after that, we'll see how we are going to launch it in the cloud. We can't have our system on 24 hours, so we'll put it in the cloud. We launch it in the cloud for it to run 24/7. So if there's any question, please leave a comment, and I'll try as much as possible to answer everything. Okay, now also I'm thinking of building a drip bot. As you can see from up here, I have started already. So if I get the encouragement I need, that is if you like, subscribe, comment, if I get the encouragement I need, I will show you how to build this particular bot. Okay, if your drip account is being infested, if an hacker has control of your account and you have deposit in your drip faucet, so this bot will automatically help you to claim, okay, at intervals. Okay, and it's extremely fast. Even what we are building here is also very fast. So we'll do it in such a way that even if the hacker has a bot running on your account, he will hardly be able to supersede what we are building here. So that is that about that. So please try and encourage me, subscribe, like, share the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.